get my GED behind, man. I tell you, I can't do that. My daughter's she get aggravated with me. They're on their way to New Jersey for my nothing's ready. Yep. You learn this all on your own.
It's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass.
Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie Podcast. Today's guest is Kevin Rose of the local, 1413 Longshoremen Association. I been around the longshoremen that were actually in my neighborhood. It's old building. I forget when it was built, but it was like really early 1900s, and now the building's gone. So when I go by that lot and I see, man, where's the building, And well, anyways, my man here, longtime friend, lifetime friend of mine, and he's the president of the Longshoremen's Association. He's doing great things down there, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to make sure that we highlight some things that are going down at the waterfront, New Bedford, Mass, and there's a lot of opportunities down there. So, all right. So how you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me, Charlie. I really appreciate this time because I wanted to let everybody in this community know of all the great opportunities that are coming down here with the windmill projects. Not only the windmill projects, we're loading some fruit, concentrated fruit right now. Once a month we're getting it shipped. That's going to start picking up. So things are looking very bright for the city of Bedford.
Long time coming. And you look at that waterfront. People all over the world, all over the country, just say, they say, wow, I wish we had this in my city or my town, and we're privileged, we're fortunate. There's a reason why it's been a luxurious, wealthiest waterfront in the area, in the country, in the world, really, right?
Yes.
So a lot of people don't realize how deep that harbor is, and that was the reason why a lot of fishing vessels or ships came to the harbor, because it was so deep. All right. Now your family has a history down there.
Yes.
A long-standing history.
Yeah. My grandfather was a longshoreman crane operator. My father, as everybody knows, Big Flip, was a crane operator, and I'm the third generation crane operator. So it's a beautiful thing. Your uncles were down there for years.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Great workers, great guys to work with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just, I know things are different in New Bedford now.
Yeah.
Things are way different. And I'm coming to grips with that now, because things ain't the way they used to be. But the waterfront we're trying to build is for the future, for our community, as far as the men, the young adults, the men and the girls. I'm trying to get some girls down there also, for them to understand that all you got to do is go down there, show up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, you come with an ID and your hand up and ready to work, and bring some gear because it's cold. We'll put you to work.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be discouraging sometimes you don't get on. So I kind of tell everybody, you don't get on one time, don't get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shake it off, come back down, try again. Odds are that you will get on. So right now, I'm just trying to put the word out to make people in our community understand. This is going to be life-changing with the windmills. We're talking some serious money that people are going to be making. We have training available we're doing now. We're training some crane operators through maritime, and that's another thing. You can come down here and learn all kinds of different skills that can help you in other, endeavors and whatever you decide to do. But obviously, you want to keep it on the waterfront. But yeah, man, just trying to put the word out and let people know the opportunities that are down this waterfront other than the streets.
Hold on, I'm going to turn off this phone here. All right. So there's many opportunities down there, and we have to kind of maintain it. We don't want to lose it to someone else. We don't want to do that.
Guatemalans are great workers. You see them all down the waterfront.
Yeah.
We've had them come down there and look for work. You can't blame them. They got to feed their families also. But I just want this community. This local 1413 has been around for 50 years. A lot of guys sacrifice for us to have what we have now. My main thing is that I live in the West End next to the jail.
Yeah.
Hot area of the West End, South End people. I sometimes go over and talk to the kids and let them know what's going on. Try to get them to go down there.
Yeah.
Just go down there and we'll see. I've had luck with a couple of them, but obviously we always want more. So I mean, we did something down Ben Rose with the young adults, try to make them realize again, it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be outside cold, sometimes hot, but you can't beat the money.
No, that's some great money.
And you're working around everybody you grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're 85 to 90% Creole, Cape Verdean.
Yeah.
Everybody you work with, you either grew up with or you're related to.
Yeah.
So, dog, make jokes all day,
Mm-hmm.
makes the day go by. So I mean, it's a beautiful environment. Just imagine, you got a lot of people driving to Boston, driving to Providence for these high-paying jobs.
Yeah.
You won't be able to walk way down the street right over there. And I'm going to tell you, they're getting ready. You got people coming from Boston. If you look around these neighborhoods, they're buying up properties. They're coming down there just for the windows.
Yeah.
In the train. So I just hope that our people are listening and really take advantage of this opportunity. And anything I can do to help, I'll be there.
Especially when, the area, we complain about the rents, taxes, everything, but it's, in most cases, it's a whole lot less than where some other people are paying it in the Northeast,
Oh, yeah.
So they're coming down there and, a house that we may think that is kind of falling apart, doesn't take much for them to come down and renovate it, do the right thing, and then boom, they have a nice historic house.
Take a walk. Watch how many houses are being painted right now, all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, people got to open their eyes, and look, you are not going to make this kind of money that they're going to be making down this waterfront. And I want people to understand, if you've never come down to the waterfront, you never worked, you want to work,
yeah,
come down. We've had guys that just come out of jail,
yeah,
come work down there, and it saved them. It helped them to go to straight and narrow. I can throw a couple of names out there who you probably know who do it very well. Brian Rudolph's doing very well.
Yeah.
Matt Andre's doing very well. We got a lot of guys down there. Eric Gold's, a lot of guys from our community that this waterfront has helped them stay on this straight and narrow. So, including me. I love this local. I love this city with a passion. As you know, my grandfather was very, very vocal in the city, very active, and I'd like to do the same if I can. To at least leave something for the future.
There's no reason why, and even the younger people in your family doing well, and it's got a lot to do with you and others in your family. Your grandfather's has been gone, dad's gone, may he rest in peace. Guy that I always talked to, we had fun communicating, when we were in the neighborhoods, and he would just make sure that things were good on my end, as far as, the job and life in general. So I enjoy those conversations. I miss them.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about community already there, established. And when you go to a job and you know a lot of people, it just makes it that much easier. Kind of, to me, it would bring a whole lot of sense of pride because, hey, we got to do this right. We're doing things, we're representing our city, we're representing our local. We got to do this right. Let's do this right. And
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because we haven't. I was president 3 years ago. I got voted out. Another president came in. Because of COVID and other reasons, we hadn't had work for 3 years. So obviously, guys and girls had to go out and feed their families, find other jobs. So I'm trying to go gather them all back for this big project. And it's hard.
Yes.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to promise somebody something that ain't here yet. And as you know, we've been talking about this windmill for what, 10 years?
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, and I've been one of the cheerleaders, and I haven't lost faith, and I still haven't lost faith. But you know, and I tell people, all they have to do is call our union number 508-996-8825. You'll hear my message telling you what time to show up, how many gangs, and how many men and women we'll need. Call as many times as you can. And yeah, I look forward to anybody coming down from the community. We need some females.
Yeah. It's a local
1450.
number is 508.
996-8825. And a little word of advice for my members. When you call that machine, it's an answering machine.
Yeah.
So I'll say, for an example, there's a 3-gang shape or 2-gang shape, 11-man, shape up at 7:30 for 8 o'clock stop. Then you hear a beep. You're not talking about me. Second hear it. Just listen to the message, hang up, and go on with your day. Because some guys tend to, people make some comments that are not too nice, but but yeah, call the number. I'll be on it, and I'll tell you when to come down. If I tell you to come down at 7:30 for shape up for 8 o'clock stop, come earlier. Come mingle. You probably know everybody down there from the community, anyways.
Yeah.
Let us see you. Let us see you. Say, let me see you. Okay, Kev, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then we can see what we can do. It's going to be a little tough in the beginning for those who've never been down there. But I have a lot of members now that are retiring as of January. So we're going to need to fill some serious seats. I mean, I know, it's tough for everybody right now, but just hold on. It's definitely there.
True. That's man, it's something I would have dreamed for, but
You never went down there?
no, I never did.
Your brother did, though, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I wish all my brothers would go down there, And there's you mentioned women, there's some women that are some outstanding workers, and
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna have to reach out to a few of them because they're kind of struggling what they're doing now. So maybe this might be an opportunity where they can put the boots on, a hard hat, and then do their thing.
We train. There's two things that we train out of the company Maritime. That's who our stevedore is. They'll train you to be a forklift operator if you want to learn, which you probably got to learn. But if you want to be a crane operator, that's the cranes that are on the ship.
Yep.
You don't need a hoisting license for that stuff because the crane is on the water, right?
Yep.
Now, if it's a land crane, you got to get your hoisting license. You got to get all that stuff, right? Down the road, we'll probably need that. But for now, you just come down there. Maritime will train you.
Yep.
Say you come down there, hey, Kevin, I want to learn. You start going up there. Now I hire an extra guy to cover for you while you're training.
Wow.
So in other words, you get paid to learn the skill.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to learn the skill. And once you're certified and all this crane operators say, okay, Charlie's good enough to go, we're going to throw you a $500 bonus.
Wow.
Just for GP. So there's not many jobs that are going to pay you to train you on heavy equipment that you, like I said, I go to Providence. I work in Providence, Rhode Island. We look over 1329 out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I work with them doing the spec ship running the cranes. Now, if I didn't run the cranes and I was just a forklift driver or a guy who just landed, I can't go get that hustle. That's why I want everybody to realize that, hey, man, they go down there and work. Hey, I want to learn that because that's going to make you more money.
Yeah.
And the more skills you have down the waterfront, the more that they're going to need you. Right? It's as simple as that. So, I mean, the opportunity is just there. It's crazy that nobody knows about it. So many people I've talked to, they're like, really? I didn't know that. Yes. So that goes to tell you, right?
Yeah.
Because I admit in the past, the older cats,
Mhm.
they wanted to keep it to themselves. That was their little,
keep out of their pocket,
that was their little Christmas fun. My father was tough too,
Yeah.
and as far as training guys, but they take care about that community and they helped out and they did what they had to do when it came down to it. So.
Now, the old building that you lost.
No,
What happened to that lot?
We still have it. Matter of fact, when I was president the first time, I had it knocked down. We was gonna rebuild it up. Okay, I even have the plans. I should brought them with me. We were gonna make it into like a slash union hall, maybe upstairs, let the community use it for meetings, whatever they wanted to use it for. Had the drawings drawn up. I lost the election.
Okay.
COVID hit. From what I understand, I was driving down there day before yesterday. Someone brought, because there's the band club, that lot, and then our lot.
Yeah.
Right? That lady sold it to some guy who was over there cutting down trees yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, what are you doing? I bought this land and I'm living in. I said, you realize this is the ILA property?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I said, what are you going to be doing? He said, we don't know yet. I got a call from Buddy saying they want to put a car dealership over there.
Okay.
Which, I called Brian and it's not going for that.
No.
So now we're stuck on. Now they want to buy our land, right? Which, I'd rather sell it to the community, right?
Sure.
Because we don't have the money right now to rebuild right now, and it would take a couple of years. But if somebody from the community wants to buy that lot and keep it for us in the future, that would be great. Because if not, the same thing that happened to the lot next to us, that guy's putting up fences and cutting everything down and doing whatever is going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fight it every way I can, but there's only so much I can do. You know what I mean?
True.
Regentrification is very powerful, bro. It's just the way it is.
The hardest thing is that we can say that, all right, we want this, we want that in that lot, but it's been there for a long, long time. So if we didn't capitalize on it, and someone is capitalized on it, they're gonna have a lot of leverage. And we talk about businesses. Well, the business next door is the band club.
Well, that's what we wanted to do. I was planning on buying that next lot.
Yeah.
Talk to Kenny. Let them run it, like continue the tea room side maybe.
Yeah.
And then our building.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Cape Verdean Band Club was all about, teaching kids on instruments, and we wanted to bring that back and then use our building as, community can use it for whatever reasons, community, computer room, whatever. So we said, okay, but then all this stuff hit. As you know, I lost the election and personalities get caught up. That's a problem with our community sometimes. You don't have to like everybody you work with. You know that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you ain't going to like everybody.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the big picture. What is the big picture? What is going to be the benefit to our community and our city, right? And to me, it's us sticking together, us helping one another out. The kids from the West End, South End going at each other, and we know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part where, all right, guys, I had one guy come down there, one young kid, he came down and he worked excellent work, but you can tell he was nervous because this is considered South-End.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, when you come down here, all that other stuff, out the window. I don't want to hear none of that. Right? Come here to work. But he was obviously nervous because it's down South-End.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real. So we talked to him. So we ironed that out. That anybody comes down to work for us, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Come to work. One thing I won't tolerate though is that N-word every 2 seconds. That's something, me personally, I understand that's how the people talk, but in a professional setting that we're trying to do, no.
Yeah. And I try to tell everybody, if the other man uses that word, you get highly upset. You can't use it every other word and get aggravated about it. What you're doing is this perception that, all right, you use it, I get a pass, so I can use it too, and that's not the case.
Exactly.
saying that to me or you or somebody, our age or over, it's just not something that is going to be tolerated. So, yeah, please.
And it's funny because, like you said, our age, right?
Mhm.
Guys never said that word. All of a sudden they're talking like that. Like, so that tells me you're a follower, number one, right?
Mhm.
But it just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not professional. All us longshoremen who worked on this waterfront, including your uncles, have brought their sons, their nephews, daughters, tried to bring them down. I tried to bring down my son Kevin, but he's doing his own thing with his unplugged essentials, doing fantastic things with that. But it's good to know, as you know, life goes up and down, baby.
Mhm.
It's good to know that, hey man, I need a job. I can always go down the waterfront and grab my little hustle, and that way keep me off the streets and doing things that I know that I'm not supposed to be doing. And you can take care of your kids and go to bed on time.
Yeah.
Because you work with us, you will be going to bed on time because you will be tired. And like I said, it's just a gratifying feeling to know that you're part of something.
Yeah.
We're part. The ILA Local 1413 again is 90% Cape Verdean and 95% New Bedford people.
Wow.
Can't ask for better anymore.
No.
So let's all work together. There's a couple of people in the community I obviously don't get along with, but I want to work with them just for the city. I ain't gonna go lunch with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we have a lot of work to do. Everybody, oh, it ain't like you used to. Well, let's get back to that. Let's start somewhere. So I'm gonna do my part, and hopefully it turns out good.
Good. And it should. It should. I have a lot of faith and confidence in you, which y'all know, because I know that if you're asking somebody to do something, it's not something that you're not going to do on your own. You'll do it yourself. But you're a worker. A lot of pride in you wear the shirt, you wear your gear. You don't need to do that. You can do that on your own. You'll do that on your own. You did it before you did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and that's what I tell. I don't have to be an army. I have CDL, hoisting licenses. I have all that. But again, I want to step aside. I'm getting up there in age.
Mhm.
It's the young people's time. It's their. This is theirs.
Yeah.
I want to help them learn how to be professional.
Yeah.
How to take pride. And really to show that, hey man, we got some good workers in this city. We have some excellent, smart people, talented people in this city. Very talented. I mean, you come down the waterfront, you listen to guys sing, rap, talk, poems. It's all there. You name it. So I'm just hoping that everybody can just get along. You know what I mean? And for the sake of the city and this community, because in the next 6 months, it's a lot of things are going to be happening. And if we don't pay attention, if we don't stick together, we're going to be left out. It's just as simple as that. When's the train getting here? Next September? You know, around that time, I think.
I'm not sure.
Once that comes,
yeah, I think it is.
Once that comes, because look, all the people go leave here, go to Boston, go work, right? It's going to be reversed now.
Yeah.
Now, the hourly rate for this windmill is going to be $42 an hour for doing the days. They're talking about doing 24 hours, so you're going to have 2 shifts. Night shift will be making time and a half. Do the math. For New Bedford, I don't want people to get scared. Oh man, that's going to be tough work or whatever. No, we're going to help you. We're going to train you. We're going to do whatever we can to give you the tools to make you succeed. But again, I can't hold your hand the whole way.
Yeah.
I can't call you, wake you to get you out of bed. I can't do none of that.
Yeah.
Once you come down there, don't expect Kevin, I'm like that movie with the girl baseball players. Go play. I did my job. So that's what I'm trying to do.
That's awesome. Well, you heard it. There's many opportunities here. There's tons of things you can do. And I noticed that the numbers here on the comment section, please reach out. Reach out. If you want to work, the work is there. You want to be trained, the training's there. The personnel's there. Kevin Rose. There's many people that are down there that can help you. male or female, black, white, Spanish, anything.
Don't matter.
American, foreign, anything. Come down, get some work done. If you go down there and work, that makes our city much, much better. You know, all the way around, people making money. We're getting the product out to the warehouse, onto the trucks, onto the railroad, onto everything where it needs to be placed, whether it's food or other things. And so please reach out to Kevin at that number. If you have any questions, I can always get a hold of him and call him and get you down there. But the first thing you want to do is call that number in the comment section and just get to work. Any last things you want to say, Kevin?
No, I just thanks Charlie for letting me come on your show and talk about the opportunities. Again, put the word out there. Everybody sees me around the city. I walk my Great Dane a lot downtown. People don't hesitate to come up to me, ask me any questions. No such thing as a dumb question. And I have to put this plug for my son, Kevin Rose Jr. Unplugged Essential Hemp Body Soaps, bath oils. Check it out. We're in JCPenney shelves now. So help us out and go on JCPenney website and order some of this stuff, man.
I'm gonna have to reach out to him because he could be the next podcast.
Yeah, he's doing great things, man. I'll tell you that, he's doing great things.
I wanna had you on here, had your brother here on here. Like to get your son on here.
2 generations.
Let's get a dozen, bro. Get a dozen of your family members on.
No wrong with that, my brother.
There's plenty of them out there that I can talk to. I appreciate this. I love this podcast. We are bringing this podcast to you from the New Bedford Main Library downtown Bedford. Shout out to the city of New Bedford and what they do and how they help out, the residents, giving them a place, a venue to get educated, it's been a heat wave around here. The mayor's opened up the city, the library, so you can come in and cool down, So,
we got a lot of memories of this.
Yeah, proud of my city. We were talking about it before we got on, and I remember going up to the top floor, and they used to have the old movies from the Three Stooges to the Abbott and Costello, and it was just free. They just let us sit there, and we kind of walked back down to the neighborhood after it was over.
Stop at some nice to listen to a record.
Yep. Buy one, go home, get your blue and white bag of slow march, get your 45 in there,
How do you feel about him saying your age out loud?
I don't mind it. I think at this point, I'm just a whole lot happier. I mean, the one thing I miss is just playing sports. That's the thing I miss the most. But when it comes to my younger age, that's the thing I miss. But I love being Papa.
Oh yeah.
And my family's making me proud. And in fact, after I'm done with this, that's what I'm going to go do.
Well, you're making all of us proud. You're doing what we get for the community.
Thank you.
And anything I can do or my family can do, we're here. We love this city, and we know how much you love it. Your family loves this city. And tell your mother I was asking for what I have for her, and I'm telling everybody out there, all the retirees from the ILA, thank you for your service. Paul Gomes, the names, there's a ton of names. Your uncles, there's a ton of. I thank you because for your sacrifice of giving us this opportunity that we have today. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, this is not it's the first, but it's not the last podcast we're going to have with Kevin Rose talking about the employment opportunities down there at the waterfront. I like to get down to the waterfront, kind of talk and interact with different people down there, and just promote it as much as I can.
As a matter of fact, John, not to stop you, our next ship is on August around the 15th, around that time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna probably the third day. We're gonna shut things down. We're gonna have some food trucks over there. We're kind of inviting the community to come.
Okay.
I haven't formally announced that. This is probably the first place I'm announcing it. that way people can come down, see what we do,
Yes.
maybe grab something to eat, you know what I mean? Any questions they have, there could be some politicians, maybe the mayor might be down there, Strauss
All right.
might be down there. So I just want the community just to come, just take a look. You know what I mean? 'Cause again, this ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
But believe me, this is for most of us. So
Yeah.
come on down on about the 15th. Just call that number that Charlie told you to call. Once you hear that ship starting, probably the second or third day into that ship, because we want to look good like we know what we're doing.
Yep.
So the second or third day, that's when we're going to shut things down and have. I'll put an announcement on Facebook or I'll call you and you can spread the word that way.
Good. I'm glad you do that. All right. All right. This is the Really Charlie podcast. You can find me here on Facebook through StreamYard. I'm on YouTube, LinkedIn, Spotify, and as soon as we download this will be aired on Spotify, just the audio. So if you want to replay it and listen, if you missed some opportunities, some facts that Mr. Rose here was saying, then you can definitely listen to it on your devices, your phone, and you can listen to the podcast again. All right, everyone. I'm going to end with saying thank you for joining us. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate it. And I'm going to end with my favorite song from Lionel Peter Walker, and it's the intro to the Really Charlie podcast.
Peace, y'all.
Yes.
See you
Thanks
soon.
again.
It's the Really Charlie podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair, fill your glass.
Let me